everyone online? Is my voice is audible to you all? Can you confirm in chat box once as well as screen? Clear for all of you? Just try to confirm in chat box once. Yes. So thank you for the confirmation. So actually, as of your request, so let us try to start with the Azure Cloud. So actually, the thing is here, basically, I'm going to start the Linux, but some of your friends was asked me like to start the Azure Cloud first. Okay, na? So that's the reason we are going to start with the Azure first. So no issue, we can learn anyway. So now let us try to start with the Azure Cloud. Now in the Azure, the first topic is about the zone. What we are having? We are having the zone. Now, what is meant by zone? So, zone is nothing but a data center. What is it? Zone is nothing but a data center. So, let's say daily we are creating the servers, right? So, let's say in upcoming classes, we are going to create the servers. So, we are going to create the servers. So, actually, where our server will present, our server will present on the data center. Okay, now. So inside the data center, what we are having? We are having the physical servers. What we are having? We are having the physical servers. So let's say, let me open the Azure data center. Azure data centers. So what we are having inside the data centers means, so inside the data centers, we are having the physical servers. What we are having here? Physical servers. So whatever the servers we are creating daily, those servers will place on these physical servers. Those servers will place on these physical servers. Okay, now clear for all of you. What is meant by zone? Zone is nothing but a data center. So inside the data center, what we are having? We are having the physical servers. So whatever the server we are going to create, those servers will place on these physical servers. So ultimately, we are virtually connecting to the physical server. So clear for all of you. About the zone. సో అర్థమైందా ఆర్ఎల్స్ మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయాలా? So that's great. So after zone, what we are having? We are having the region. What we are having? We are having the region. Now, what is meant by region? So see here. So see here. Let's say this is our India. This is our India. So in our India, we are having different cities, right? So we are having the Delhi, we are having the Hyderabad, we are having the like Kerala. So we are having different cities, right? So let's say these all are the zones. So let's say Delhi is going to be the zone 1, Hyderabad is going to be the zone 2, Kerala is going to be the zone 3. So group of zones together called region. So ultimately India is going to be the region. Okay, na? So only clear for all of you about the zones as well as region. So that's great. So after this, what we are having? We are having the IP address. What we are having? We are having the IP address. So now, what is meant by IP address? So let's say, so in generally, what is meant by IP address? IP address and ఏంటి? So whether it is right or wrong, you can answer, guys. So no issue. So this session is going to be the interactive one from the day one to the till the end. What is meant by IP? So here IP is nothing but Internet Protocol. So it is going to be the full form. But what exactly the meaning of IP address? So let's say we are the humans, right? We are the humans. So for the humans, we are having the one unique identification number. Let's say we are having the Aadhaar number, we are having the PAN number, we are having the driving license number. So these all are the unique identification numbers, right? So in the same manner, for the server also, for the virtual machine also, we are having one unique identification number called IP address. Okay, na? So let's say IP address are in the form of like 192.168.10.11. These all are the IP addresses of our server. So by using this IP address only, we are going to call our servers. Without IP address, we are not going to communicate with our server. So online clear for all of you about the IP address. About the IP address. So now, till what we have discussed, about the zone as well as region. Now, what is meant by zone? Zone is nothing but a data center. Inside the data center, what we are having? We are having the physical servers. So, whatever the server we are going to create, those server will place on this physical server. So ultimately, we are virtually connecting to the physical server. We are virtually connecting to the physical server. So after zone, what we are having? We are having the region. Now, what is meant by region? So see here, region is nothing but group of data centers. So let's say in Azure, we are having the different zones. So we are having the zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So we are having the different zones. So group of zones together called region. Group of zones together called region. So after this, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the IP address. Okay, na? So after this, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the IP address. Now, what is meant by IP address? So IP address is nothing but unique identification number of a server. So let's say this is my server. So in for this server, I am having the IP address called 192.168.10.11. So this is my IP address. So by using this IP address only, I can able to call my server. Without this IP address, I can't able to call my server. We are not going to communicate with our server. So IP address is going to be the mandatory one. So clear for all of you about the IP address? So then next, after IP address, what we are having? We are having the types of IP addresses. So let's say IP address. So basically IP addresses are of two types. One was the static IP address. So second one was the dynamic IP address. What we are having? Dynamic IP address. So in generally, in real time, we are going to use the static IP address. In real time, what we are going to use? We are going to use static IP address. So why? What's the reason we are going to use the static IP address in real time? So in generally, what is meant by static? First, static అంటే ఏంటి? What is static? So anybody has any idea? So general meaning of static.
A total lack of change or like not significant changes in continuity of the same range.
Signification.
No, I mean lack of change. It doesn't change.
Yeah, lack of change. That's great. That's great. Perfect answer. So see here, in generally, static means never change. Static means static means never change. So why? Because why we are using the static IP address means, so let's say this is my server, this is my server. In my server, I am having the Paytm application. What we are having? We are having the Paytm application. Let's say my server IP address was 192.168.10.11. So usually users are trying to access our Paytm application through the domain name or IP address. So here the domain name going to be the Paytm. So paytm.com. So usually users will access by the domain name or IP address. So through the domain name only they are going to access. So when the user was hitting like paytm.com, so ultimately we need to bind this domain name with this IP address. We need to bind this domain name with this IP address. So whatever the IP address we are having, it is going to hit this server. So in this server, I am having my Paytm application. So ultimately user will get the Paytm application. Okay now. So let's say whenever your server was shut down, your server was reboot, your server was update. So whenever you are using the static IP address, it is remains constant. So it will not change the IP address. Whereas when you are using the dynamic IP address, so whenever your server was shut down, your server was reboot, your server was update, so this IP address is going to be changed. So let's say I'm going to use a dynamic IP address. So my IP address was 192.168.10.11. So after my server was restarted, my IP address was 192.168.10.20. Now I am getting as my server IP. But usually users will access through the domain name, right? So this domain name was binded with the 10.11. Actually, my server was got 10.20. So when the user was hitting paytm.com, so do he able to get the Paytm application now? Also in the Paytm application. So actually binded IP was 192.168.10.11. Now my server was having 192.168.10.20. Now we can able to access our Paytm application or not. No, right? So that's the reason we are going to use the static IP address in the real time. So only clear for all of you. అర్థమైందా or else మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయాలా? So let me ask you one question. That's great. Now after this what we are having? We are having the availability zones. So I have said one point. So zone is nothing but a data center. In Azure, we are having the number of zones. Like in each region, we are having the 3 zones. Nothing but zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. So if you want to do it lively, we should have an account in the Azure first. What we need to have? We need to have an account in the Azure. So if you want to create the account in the Azure, we should have one credit card or debit card with international transactions enabled. So which will charge only 2 rupees, not more than that. Which will charge only 2 rupees. So online, if anyone has credit card, let us try to create the Azure account lively. So anybody has any credit card right now? So I have said only 2 rupees will cut, not more than that. So I will guide you in front of you. సో క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ ఉందా అండి ఎవరి దగ్గరైనా? సో లేదా?
I don't know how it charges here, so I do have credit card.
Okay, so basically you are from
US.
US. So let's say if you are cutting like around $1 or $2, it will reflect you back within like one hour. It is going to reflect back. Not 1 hour. Sorry, one day.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
So
can give my credit card.
with the laptop or mobile.
I'm connecting with laptop.
Yeah. Okay. So just try to share your screen. I will guide you how to create the Azure account. So guys, see the video and then try to create the accounts. So I think you are having the option to share, right?
Yes, I do have. I think I'm not able to.
You will get an option called share. Actually, you are the host now. You enter right.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, now it is. Okay, let me go to papers.
Go to the Chrome and search for Azure DevOps portal. So let us go with the Chrome. So do we have any Chrome browser?
Unfortunately, my Chrome is not working.
Just have to go with the Microsoft Edge.
Okay. Oh, it's here. Oh, it's all here. Okay.
Mama, can I go what?
Sure. Okay.
Can I go close it? Can I close the blue?
I'll come later.
Just try to
Okay.
go with the first link.
I got such here.
So just have to click on the
Mama,
one.
Create.
One. So now
Okay.
account. So already you are having the account or not previously?
I think my husband has, I don't know.
Okay. Actually, the thing is here,
Mama,
same credit card. You need to use the different credit card.
wait.
Yeah, I have the different one.
Yeah.
I got red here. I did what blue.
So why it is asking password? I don't know.
Try to go
Wash,
previous step.
wet. I can find
Okay, I think this is
washroom
the right
wet.
one.
I can find a washroom wet.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, what is that? What
So there
is that?
are
What is that, Amma?
Okay. Looks like I also do have long back. I don't know.
just try to give the new mail ID. I think you are having the account.
Okay.
Wait,
No, no, no. Click on the create one.
I'm not Amma.
Oh, I did that, but still it is asking. Okay, let me see. Okay, looks like I already have.
Daddy, Mom, that's green. I found it.
Okay, where is my... Okay, so let me ask my husband if he has any, so it's not going to work out.
So that's fine. Uh, so remaining, anybody has any credit card right now? So we are going to create the Azure account in front of you only. So guys, I am repeating again. So it will charge only 2 rupees, not more than that. And also it is going to refund. So, okay, no issue. We are going to create it later. What we are having here, we are having the dedicated host. What we are having, we are having the dedicated host. So now what exactly the mean of dedicated host? Let's say, let's say, we are going to create the servers, right? So we are going to create the servers. So let's say one of our user was created one server. So user one was created. Uh, yeah, we will try it on tomorrow. Ahal. Okay, na? Let's say user one was created one server which was placed on the central India region. So zone one. So in the zone one, we are having the physical server, right? So in this physical server was placed. So let's say I'm having user two also created one server which was placed on the central India region. So the same zone as well as so same the physical server. Same physical server. So this is my server one. This is my server two. And also I'm having the user three was created one server which was placed on here having the server three. Let's say user three was the hacker. He's the hacker. He is trying to do the hacking, right? So he's trying to hack the physical server directly. So once my physical server was compromised, automatically the servers that are present in the physical server, nothing but server 2 as well as server 3, will also compromise, right? So which was the I mean, which was the insecurity to the user 1 as well as user 2, which was insecurity to the user 1 as well as user 2. So to avoid this type of situations, we are having the dedicated host. So the name itself contains dedicated host, nothing but here host is nothing but the server. Here host is nothing but the server dedicated to particularly one user. Let's say the persons who felt insecurity, so they are going to raise a request to the Azure. Okay, na? So in Azure, they are going to allocate one particularly physical server. Let's say this is my physical server, which was allocated to the user one. So now user one only can create the servers on this physical server. So user two can't able to create any servers here. User three are not able to create the any servers here, which was particularly allocated to the user one. The name itself contained dedicated. So dedicated to the particularly only one user. So user two, user three will not able to create the any servers here. So I'm going to clear for all of you about the dedicated host. So I'm going to clear for all of you about the dedicated host. That's great. Next, after this, what we are having? We are having the spot VM. So we are going to do it lively only. Okay, now after creation of account, so we are going to do it lively. So after this, what we are having? We are having the spot VM. Let's say this is my physical server. This is my physical server. So my physical server capacity was 8 GB. What we are having here? 8 GB. Let's say one was created one server by using the 2 GB of RAM. So which was placed right here. So after placing, what was the my physical server capacity? It is going to be the 6 GB, right? So let's say I am having the user 2, which was created one server with 2 GB of RAM. So again, it was placed at here. So after this, what we are having here? 4 GB of RAM. So again, I am having the user 3, which was created with 3 GB of RAM. So which was placed at here, 3 GB. So again, what we are having here? We are having 1 GB now. So actually this 1 GB of space, which was, I mean, which was unwanted space to the Azure, right? Which was unwanted space for the Azure. So whenever the user 4 was creating any server by using the spot VM option, so those servers will place on the Azure unwanted space. So why is so sorry guys, so I'm getting the tongue pain. Wait a second. Let me drink some water. Yeah, whenever the user is trying to create any server by using the spot VM, ultimately he will get some discount. Why is getting the some discount means, so whatever the unwanted space are available for the Azure, so he is going to place those server on the unwanted space. So that's the reason we are getting the discount. But in Azure Spot VM, there is a drawback. So this unwanted space really wanted to the Azure, your server is going to be disallocate. Your server is going to be delete. So that's the reason we are getting the discount here. Okay, now whenever the user is trying to create an VM by using the spot VM, so ultimately is going to get the discount. Why is getting the discount means, so whatever the unwanted space that are available in the Azure, your server is going to place on the unwanted space. So here one drawback we are having. What was the drawback means? So whenever this unwanted space is really wanted to your Azure, so your server is going to be disallocate. Your server is going to be delete. So here we are having some risk factor. But in which situations we are going to use the spot VM means, so 30 minutes for testing. Okay, now so 1 hour for testing. So in this situation, we are going to use the spot VM. So clear for all of you about the spot VM? So అర్థమైందా అండి about the spot VM? Yeah, that's great. So first of all, let me know the persons who don't know the Telugu here. So basically, we are getting the request. So from both Telugu and English, we need to be covered. So the persons who don't know the Telugu, please let me know. So I think all are know Telugu, right? I don't know. Yes, that's great. So thank you for letting me know. Now, so let me show you the GUI of Azure account. So I'm having one Azure account. So let me show it to you. So, so search for Azure portal. So after creating the Azure account, you will see like this. So then click on the sign in. So this is my Azure portal. So here we need to create the servers. So in the Azure, basically servers are nothing but the VMs. VMs are nothing but virtual machines. See here, let me write. So in the Azure, servers are nothing but VMs. So here VM is nothing but virtual machine. Virtual machine. So if you want to create a server, so here we need to follow some steps. So after just try to click on the create a resource. So search for virtual machine. So search for virtual machine. So here you will get an option called virtual machine. Click on the create virtual machine. So these all are the steps, guys. So we need to follow the steps here. So first, what we are having? We are having a resource group. Okay now. So now what is meant by resource group? Let's say when you are creating the server, in the background, you will get one IP address, you will get one disk, nothing but memory. You will get one network interface. So these are going to grouped as a form. Nothing but this is all under comes one group. Nothing but this is going to be the resource group. So create a resource group. Let me go with Harsha as resource group name. So click on the OK. So here, whatever the name you are going to give here, it is going to be your virtual mission name. So let me go with the virtual mission name as VM. So this is my virtual mission name. So here we need to select the region. So see here, we need to select the region here. Actually in Azure, we are having the number of regions. Across the globe, we are having the regions. So let's say, let me go with the UK South. If you want to create your virtual mission on the UK South, so just try to select the UK South. So ultimately, your server is going to be placed on the UK South. So next, in the UK South region, we are having the different availability zones. So here, we are having zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Okay, now. So if you want to create your VM on the zone 2, so just try to select the zone 2. That's it. If you want to create your VM on the zone 3, so just try to select the zone 3. That's it. So next. So after this, what we are having? We are having the image. So basically here virtual machine, nothing but the server are also called as the laptop, right? So our laptop is also called one server. So when you are buying any laptop, we need to have some specifications, right? So types of laptops. So if you want to buy the Windows laptop, you need to have the Windows OS. Okay, if you are trying to buy the MacBook, you will be having the Mac OS. If you are trying to buy the Ubuntu laptop, you are having the Ubuntu OS. So on which OS your server needs to run, it is going to depend as in the image. Okay, now so just try to go with the Ubuntu server. Okay, so then scroll down. Here we need to select the specifications. Like we need to select the on which specification you want your server. Like one vCPU are needed, or two vCPUs are needed for your server, or four vCPUs are needed for your server. So this is going to be the specification of your server. So let me go with the one vCPU. Okay, na? Next, after this, what we are having? We are having the authorization type. So if you want to connect with your server, securely, we are having two ways. One was the public key, one was the username with password. Let's say this is my server, which was placed on here. If you want to connect with your server, we need some security, right? So here securities are comes two ways. One was the public key, one was the username with password. Okay now. So now see here, just try to select the username with password. So username may be anything. So let's say I'm going to give as my username. So then password. So whatever the password you are giving, so this is going to be like some strong one. We need to do. So this is my regular password. So that's why I am going with my regular. So then confirm password. That's it, guys. So then we can create. So I will tell you what is meant by disk, networking, management, monitoring. In upcoming classes, you will get to know that. So meanwhile, let us try to create one server. So then create. So see here, your deployment was completed. Now go to the resources. This is my server. So if you want to connect with your server, just try to copy the public IP address of your server. Now open the command prompt. So just try to type the SSH. Now what is meant by SSH? SSH is nothing but secure socket host. SSH is nothing but a secure socket host. Space. While creating the server, you have given one username, right? So just have to pass the username at the date of IP address of your server, public IP address of your server. So then hit enter. So ultimately it is going to ask me like, are you sure want to continue connecting? Yes, I want to connect. So then password. So whatever the password you have set while creating your server, so just have to pass the password. So when you pass the password here, you will not see because it is going to be hide. So then hit enter. So see here, ultimately we have connected with our server. So how can I get to know that whether I have connected or not? Means, so this is my username. This is my server name. This is my username. This is my server name. So see here, whatever the server name I have given, we are seeing here, my server. So play for all of you how to create a server in the Azure. And also whatever the server we have created, whatever the location I have set, nothing but UK South, Zone 3. It was placed on our zone only. సో అర్థమైందా అండి క్లియరా మన డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి so that's it. So if you want to delete your server, so just try to delete the resource group. Why we need to delete the resource group means, so if you delete the server, it is going to delete only the server. But when you are creating the server in the background, you will get a lot of resources. Like you will get the IP address, you will get the network security groups, you will get the one virtual network, you will get the one network interface, you will get the one disk space. Okay, now so when you delete the server, it is going to delete only the server, not these IP addresses, not this NSE, not these disk spaces. You will get the billing for this IP address as well as this disk space. So whenever you want to delete your server, so just try to go with the resource group. So after deleting the resource group, whatever the resources I am having inside that resource group is going to delete all. So just try to click on the delete the resource group. So click on the resource group name. So then paste it on here. So then delete. And then so only clear for all of you. అర్థమైందా అండి or else మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయాలి. So it is going to delete your resource group. That's great. So in Monday's class, we are going to start with how to create the Azure account. So later we are going to perform the operations. So guys, that's it from mine for today. So actually, today is the weekend, right? So all our some of your friends was not joined yet. So we get them. So we are going to connect on the Monday. So meanwhile, if you have any doubts over the session, you can ask guys. So most of the people are enjoying the weekend. So your friends was not joined yet. So that's the reason we are winding up today. So if you have any doubts over the session, you can ask. So Sai Krishna, Ahalya, so Anil Kumar, clear? So now means doubts unnaya or else doubts leva? No doubts. That's great.
So how can the notes or the materials be accessed? I mean, my
Sorry,
network,
it was
my
very low.
network, my network had dropped at some places. Is there any notes available to have a quick revision or something like that?
Yeah, we are having the notes. I will provide the notes.
Okay, okay, all right. Because at some points, I mean, I had lost connectivity, and after that, I couldn't.
Yeah, after creating, you will get all the notes as well as videos.
Okay, all right, okay. So it is after getting the application and admission time, correct? Okay. So this admin number can be contacted, right, for proceeding further.
Hey, your voice was very low. Can't hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are. Little-
Yes, yes. I mean, after proceeding with the admission with the admin team, I can have access to the notes, right?
So, okay then. Any alternative doubts before wind up? So, okay then. Bye all. Have a nice day.